Hello everybody and welcome to the Alchemist Tournament Season 2! Wait, it's the Magician Tournament Season 2 Alchemist. We're off to an explosive start here. Unfortunately, Mr. Dogtown has left us. He got put down in the meantime. But we still have Kai. Say hello, Kai.
Hey guys.
And we still have the Magician. Say hello, Magician.
Hello.
Okay, well, they're just going to keep banning Yumi heroes. I really don't want more playing.
Well, I also don't want to see the Kid Dynamite Oscar either.
Mm-hmm.
There was a game, I think they were playing against you, where DeBush made a joke about banning Huskar in chat, and then Panic did it the next cycle. I was like, what the hell, Bush? I mean, you guys are probably going to do it anyway, but I was just looking at that like, DeBush, come on, bro!
5 seconds remaining.
We actually wargamed out, like, exactly what, like, based on the Panic lineup, like, exactly what they would go with if Huskar came out. They were able to pick it. So, Ogre Magi, first pick, Silencer, first on the Orb Ponderers. That Silencer in the first game did so much for them. Actually, flashback 2-game on.
Like. Yeah.
Maybe they're going to be funny, have Kid Dynamite switch to men do it there.
Maybe they'll ban the AM this time.
10 seconds remaining.
At least not pick Timbersaw onto it.
Bow to the Wraith. Excuse me. Bow to the Wraith King's rule.
I mean, that's an okay lane for Wraith King, I think. You can, like...
Yeah, he doesn't really care that much about being silenced, because he's not going to be casting much anyway.
You can also kill the Silencer really easily with the Ogre. Like, one Ogre W into Wraith King WQ and the Silencer's dead.
Yeah, if Ogre elects as well, Bloodlust in lane can be kind of nasty with them as well. Just beat the crap out of people. And he got enough lockdown to really go with it too.
10 seconds remaining.
Ogre and Wraith, I think, one of the most just kind of power couples.
Lolly. Yeah.
The only downside, no range. I mean, Ogre Magi is so close to ranged, he might as well be, but he isn't.
Yeah, I feel like the Sand King, well, I guess in lane you don't really get the Skellies, huh? So, Sand King.
Oh, yeah, you do. You
do?
Most Wraith Kings will max out W. Like, 142 is fairly common.
10 seconds remaining.
But, yeah, like...
Get that lifesteal for the sustain. Don't have to plow through stabs and tanks.
It's also because it lets you summon more skeletons, which speeds up your farm in the mid-game. So you're almost always maxing skeletons out first.
Yep. And, like, for example, skeletons really mess with, like, pull attempts. They try to make a pull, they can just run in with skeletons, just ruin everything. And, if they're letting you do it, if you get a casual moment to spare, you can just go drop skeletons on a camp, let them worry about it, and then go back to lane.
The other thing is, like, rating stun is, scales really poorly. Like, the slow duration doesn't change, and the stun duration goes up by, like, 0.3 or something per level, so...
Yeah, there's not a compelling reason to put more than a value into it.
Yeah, you just don't really level a stun, so, yeah.
Pretty much just straight up the best of Yumi on that ban roster right now. Really only Huskar PL kind of go against that mold.
Wraith King can't deal with PL at all, so it makes sense.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
One thing to also consider as well, if I'm the Injokers, I don't know if he plays it, but they just recently buffed the hell out of old Naga Siren, and that's somebody Wraith King does not like to deal with when she's good.
I don't know if Naga's good. Like, I haven't played her yet, but I think on paper, she still suffers from, like, the main issue she had last patch, which was like, she comes online really late for illusion carry, and then when she does come online, she's like strictly worse than the other illusion carries, actually carrying the game. So it's like, there's not really a reason to pick her.
I think the big thing is that the buffs do definitely, and I've experienced it myself on both ends of it. I think the buffs do let her come online earlier now.
It gives her better early single target damage, I think, is what it does.
Yep. Yeah. Lets you beat people up with less.
I don't know. I think if we're gonna pick an illusion carry, it's gonna be like a TB or something.
Yeah, so far this game, TB on Orb Ponderers would be super ballin'. A lot can change, but so far, it would be super good. The ability to just immediately clown Wraith King again when he comes back up is very delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And he does not want to build anything to do anything about that. Taking our sweet time here. No surprise.
Radiant team
I don't know. I think they just pick a support here and then they pick a carry at 18. I still think second pick is like way too strong in these lower MMR games because there's no like first like in like pro meta and like high MMR like first pick is like slightly better because I think there's usually like one or two meta defining picks that you want to pick first and it's usually a core pick.
Yeah.
But you're like almost never first picking cores in like these games. So second pick just feels like it has way more value.
I think the I think the second pick as well having last pick overall is very, very, very strong.
Ox. Dude, honestly, I'm kind of down to see Leshrac +1.
Yeah, Arteezy tried that in a stream the other day, and it did so bad that he didn't play Dota for like 3 days afterwards.
I don't think it's bad. I think it's actually like legitimately like pretty good depending on the hero, like the lineup. I think this game is like a pretty good Lesh mid game, or Lesh carry game for Orb Ponderers.
I would be astounded if this isn't the Kid Dynamite pool though.
Doesn't Kid Dynamite play mid though? It's like
It doesn't play that kind of mid, at least not usually.
yeah,
Might be in the Yumi pool though. That would be interesting there as well.
I think
like,
Shadow Fiend's pretty good though.
They don't have that much burst damage. You buy like a hood and their burst is like kind of mediocre. If you get your Nova, if you get your like ult toggle off before Axe Call and you get a Bloodstone, then like you don't really die in call either.
So far. Though in fairness, they are almost certainly, unless they have lost their minds and are running like 4 Wraith King or something. They do have another support here, so.
I mean, it's Moon playing. It could be 4 Void, and it could be.
Could be, yeah, it could be.
Be a 23 mid pick here.
Definitely a little hard to call.
10 seconds remaining.
I think they should ban Invoker on Orb Ponderers.
Yeah.
5 seconds remaining.
Mm-hmm.
It's a safe option for sure.
Deuce into Wraith King feels kind of bad for Wraith King. Wraith King never gets the damage to like solo kill Medusa unless you're like super ahead, and then you kind of get kited once you get to Scotty.
Once she gets Scotty, especially when she gets the split shot UAM thing, you're in a lot of trouble.
It also like halves your lifesteal. It's just like super feels bad for you.
And also, worst of all, if she ends up having Roche control in particular, getting that Ags and Shard, it basically just completely disqualifies you from attacking her when you don't have BKB up, like at all. You can't even be within a mile of her. Well, the reverse isn't even close to true. She can very easily just dump on you with no BKB at all, so.
I don't think Medusa needs a BKB this game, looking at the draw so far.
Say the line about Jakiro Pods 1? No thank you. Fool me once! Shame on me. Wait.
What?
I just George Bushed it, oh no! Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice. You're not gonna fool me again.
I don't know. I think they have to ban him over here. Like, what else are they gonna ban? Like, you think they're gonna pick like an AM mid or something? They have like
absolutely, baby. Anti mid. If Minoy did it.
Yeah.
Dude, if they're gonna pick AM mid, if they pick AM mid, I think it legitimately you can like just pick a lead LC or something, and like the game's like unplayable.
No anti-mage. They're legitimately considering that anti-mage mid could be a thing.
Okay, I don't know. I feel like you just take the Invoker here, right? Like, yeah, they have a Sand King, but like it deals with a Dusa. It's like fairly decent to both supports. Gives you a lot of like control to like pseudo hold people in place while your Wraithwing bashes their heads in.
Yeah, as long as he has some way to get rid of the silencer nonsense, you can really do a lot with Invoker here. The only downside is that they're picking mid last, and it could be a very not so nice matchup for him here.
They could pick TA again, and then you're like Omega sad as Invoker.
It is high risk. If they had last pick overall, it would definitely be brainless, but there is definitely some consideration here.
I feel like they should have been considering the Invoker pick, and they should just ban Invoker counters instead of Monkey King Quap, which are both like pretty playable for Invoker. Monkey King's actually really bad into Invoker because you just sit on Tornado, and whenever he gets Jingu, you just purge it.
Yep. The Injoker is going to take as long as possible in an effort to make Iceman fall asleep live on screen.
I don't know what else I can pick here. Like,
Yo, Iceman, like, re-defected. He rejoined the Dogtown group.
wait, they picked 5 melee heroes into a Dusa? Like, I don't know. I feel like that's just like unplayable, but I don't know.
They picked 5 melee heroes into Medusa, and Possee is still available.
Like they have 3 strength cores. Like you can literally pick Terrasov in, and they don't have a game.
They can pick. I don't know. I feel like they can almost pick like any mid in the world they want right now. I don't know if they have this even with the 4 on the board. This is like a Roche Rider tier situation. They need some god tier execution to make this even work.
I don't know. I think they're.
Or Bat Rider.
Okay.
Okay.
I don't know. I think the Magnus is just they want to like try to horn toss the Medusa away from her team and maybe try to kill her 5v1. That's my guess.
Unfortunately, I feel like the Bat Rider has a lot of things to say about that, and none of them very good.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think the Bat Rider is going to be really, really tough in this game because, like, I mean, it's like Yumi's playing it one, and he's like, we saw the Bat Rider in the other game. It wasn't very good because, I mean,
Vetus is not like a big Bat Rider player, nor a big mid player, frankly.
Yeah, but then Yumi is both, and he's also like, pretty high MMR. Like,
yep, he's definitely going to be running the new meta Bat Rider this time, and that's a really hard argument, I think, for like the only person on that lineup who has anything to say about that is Void Spirit, and he's going to need that shard. He's going to need to be born with that shard, and he's Phos 4 too.
Yeah.
Axe could also hinder him a little bit, but like Axe has to have some god tier timing and not be the guy lassoed or in the Tulip Man lasso as well.
Yeah.
Everybody else just kind of have to watch it happen.
I mean, you can put like a blink on Ogre. Not like blink stun.
I don't know, dude. I feel like no matter what way this goes, I think Orb Ponderers 2 here have just like a dramatically better draft. Like, I think there is like the draft disparity is to the point where it's not just. I think that the Injokers have to have really good execution. I think there has to be some throw on the port of the Orb Ponderers. Like, I think if they play a game where they limit like chokes, limit mistakes, and all that, I don't know if there's a path.
I mean, you just lose all 3 lanes, and then you lose.
Yeah, just be really, really, really bad. Yeah. No, that's what I mean. It's like you have to do something on that tier really for them to lose. Like it is kind of the ball is in their court. They have to drop it.
I don't really understand the Magnus pick. Like, I'm assuming they didn't pick him Ogre because they didn't want to get counterpicked, but like Magnus's matchups mid aren't very good either. It's not like Magnus is like a Lena or something where you can just pick in, not care about the enemy mid matchup.
Yeah, the big thing on Magnus to me is that like the horror, the moment of horror in my head just keeps playing over and over of Magnus like is positioning himself to blink in and get like a horn toss or a charge, and then he gets lassoed.
I was more thinking he like tries to blink RP and then he gets like globaled and then he just dies.
Yeah, that's just equally bad.
You Jakiro and Moon are in bad spots here.
The battle
Yep.
begins.
Moon River, super low. Oh, here comes a snake! First blood, Kid Dynamite.
You're happy with that.
Yeah, definitely.
Jakiro is going to get chopped down to follow, but like, I don't care what happens. Medusa just got first blood.
Like, Jakiro
Yeah.
wanted to die anyways. He had no mana to like lane with.
And
Kid Dynamite
Moon
is
gets
actually like a very, very like you can tell he doesn't naturally play carry. Like I don't think any real like pure carry players these days will buy a salve to start the game.
Mm-hmm.
It's very so that's like 3 damage you could have instead, you know.
Ugh. They're gonna try and have some brawls down here in the bot lane. Sounds a very brave Sav there. Actually is going to pan out for him as well. You can tell Danger Doom's still used to the pre-nerf Sav, I think, because he's kind of playing like that's about the extent of it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, rating starts stun. I feel like starting stun is usually not.
Ooh,
good
double
night.
stun from the Sand King there. Both of these guys here in the Radiant bot lane are just super low. They got
Yeah.
1 Sav and cumulative 10 oh my god, 10 tangos, holy crap.
Well, I don't
I mean,
know.
Gonna be eating for days.
Fancy just kept
Wait,
so
the open
much
started the
pressure on.
game with 3 sets of tangles because he had a tangle running previously, so that means he had like 9 tangles.
Holy
This lane.
crap. He's not thinking this lane's gonna go great for him. So far, he's right.
I think they burned too many resources level 1. You don't really want to trade that hard level 1 on Wraith King because you actually don't do very much damage without your skeleton warrior things.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Medusa's courier is gonna go down though. That is not great. Medusa likes having a good supply line, and breaking that is gonna hurt her in the early portion, I think.
The real thing is that he bought boots as his first item, which means that he's going to be lacking a lot of right-click damage to contest these last hits.
Silencer's stacking up the camp down here.
Well, this Sand King has used stun like 4 times and has literally no mana now.
Yep. He has no levels in Sandstorm, actually.
Maybe
Iceman
he's
wants a
going
second.
1-4 again.
Because God knows this wasn't taking long enough as it stood. Hi, Ping. Hello. Nature's Prophet, says Matty Boy. As Silencer takes the time to tactically ping himself. This will let everybody know where Silencer is.
How many points in Sandstorm you think the Sand King is going to have at level 6?
1-1-1-4.
You think he's going 1-4? I feel like he should probably like learn from
I guess
that game.
in
put them-
fairness, 1-1-4 in this particular lane isn't that bad. Because, like, you know, Wraith King is going to struggle a little bit to get much done in the face of constant Caustic. Still not the most ideal thing in the world, but hey. Better than what it was last time.
I mean, I don't know. I feel like caustic damage is better. You could justify it, but you're getting 20 damage per level, which is like not very good. Sandstorm
Well,
gives you
in the
more
ideal
damage.
situation, it adds up.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Honestly, I always felt like caustic on Xanakin just felt like really useless until he got an eggs, because it only applies on things you auto attack, right? So like, there's no way to get like 5 procs at once and just like nuke them to death without an eggs.
I think this behavior on the Ags, when I was talking earlier about how Caustic Strike used to be better, I believe the behavior on the Ags is how Caustic used to act, naturally.
Well, like it just applies on your Q?
Yeah.
Well, I don't know, maybe. That would make it a lot better in lane, because like then you can like kind of prep the creeps to half HP, and then if they try to walk up, you can just Q the wave and then take like 500 damage.
Oh, Baby Pudge is in trouble. We know he's not. It's the wrong team. Baby Pudge is fine. Look at that. I don't think I've seen this courier before, which is funny because I've seen this guy in games, but I've never looked at his courier, I guess. Baby
I
Pudge.
think this courier is really old.
Probably is. I just still haven't seen a lot of the couriers, because I just rarely look at those.
Oh, I've seen the courier in Aghanim's Labyrinth when we do the trap rooms.
Yeah. I have Tinkbot. Nobody has Tinkbot anymore, so I look cool.
I don't think I have any of the cool couriers. I only have like the Battle Pass ones. Dude, I just realized like none of these guys have a stick against the silencer. Like, what the hell?
There was a game. Somebody else I know who also has Tinkbot, because I used to be part of a Tinkbot crew. Somebody else I know had a game where nobody wanted to play mid.
Having the courier.
Nobody wanted to go mid, so they just sent Tinkbot mid. Back in one courier era.
Oh. So you griefed your entire team, is what I'm hearing?
Hey, I didn't do it. I wasn't in that game. The entire team griefed themselves for a laugh. The Rush Rider strategy.
God, I don't miss the one courier days. Though to be honest, like in the one courier days, I was so bad at Dota. I was kind of just like, I'd go to base to buy my items.
I miss being able to buy like 1,000,000 couriers. I was always surprised that there was never any sort of meta during the one courier era where you would buy multiple couriers, because it seems logically like that wouldn't be that bad of an idea in certain situations.
People just didn't consider it. Dota was like played differently back then. It was a lot slower.
Like one big thing is that bottle crowing used to be like the biggest mechanic at mid, like just flowing your bottle to spawn with the courier and all that. And I always felt like if you were on a team that really like super wanted a bottle crow, just have both of your couriers buy a or have both of your couriers buy a support. Yeah, have both of your supports buy a courier and just have one be the bottle bitch.
I don't know, it's like 100 gold. You'd think that like at some point the carry would just like buy an extra courier so they can fairy regen to themselves or some shit while they're dying. I didn't even know it worked like that.
Or you could
you could only have one courier on the team. I thought like if you bought a second courier, it just like wouldn't do anything.
Yeah, the downside with the further courier is that, and I think this will be the reason they didn't do it, only the first courier accepts hotkeys. So you cannot like hotkey on like courier 2 or something.
Well, I didn't use courier hotkeys for the better part of my Dota career. I think for the first, I had my first game in 2013. I don't think I used courier hotkeys until like 2017. I actually still don't use courier hotkeys. I only use like quick buy, like quick buy, purchase, and deliver items.
Yeah, for me, the decision to like deliver something and what exactly I'm delivering is a deliberate enough process. It's like I don't hotkey for courier and I don't hotkey to TP either, just for the same reason. Like just so I have to sit there and think for a second before I do it and don't just be an idiot. You know, if I was like a god, I probably wouldn't need to do. But I'm not a god, I'm a mere mortal, and so...
I think hotkey for TP is like, kinda... Like, it depends on the hero you're playing. Sometimes, like, some heroes really cannot hotkey for TP. I feel like if you're playing, like, Storm, and, like, other heroes that want, like, TP mid some spell...
Well, here's a quick lasso, quick kill. Death cuts both ways, axe cuts no more. As Moon River just runs for his miserable life. Look at him go. One thing that did happen here that I was not expecting is that Magnus actually, in a very slow mid, Magnus actually kind of took power here. He 14 last hits over Yuumi.
Yep, he's also 500 gold up, which is really good for him.
How much is that going to matter in the long run? It's a little hard to say, but at least for now, Magnus is in a better situation than at least on paper it looked like he should be. I'll tell you this much, I think I might have, I was going to go somewhere. I mean, it was definitely a spur of the moment decision to go lasso him, but if I was thinking about lasso, I'd definitely be looking more at bot than top. Nice charge. That's one funny interaction there. The Bat Rider Napalm slows your turn rate really heavily, and that screws hard with Magnus.
Just buy Shard, you'll be fine.
Just another way Batrider really deals with these guys very well. Because, you know, another thing is, Batrider slows your turn rate very heavily. Guess who Batrider's Pos 1 is, you know? only the hero in the game that is most dependent on you not being able to turn around. So, there you go.
I'll hurry my foe to a spiky end.
New Medusa Ags, if you get turned into a statue, you're literally a statue for the rest of the game. You cannot break out or anything.
You just auto-lose a game, it's a 45.
Or worse, depending on how many people get. And speaking of auto-lose, Medusa is in a bit of trouble here.
I don't know.
Quite far out, but...
I feel like he could just snake and voice for would have taken half his HP and damage there, but... Oh, that's... Oh my god, he's getting no procs on the spin, that's so sad.
Jay Fitz will live to tell the tale. Compared to the first two games, which were just crazy, this one's very, sort of, a lot more relaxed, a lot more slow-paced.
Pos 4 was like 9 ints by now. As I say that, he gets 1 stack.
Yep. Just gonna try and body block for Sand King here, but absolutely no avail.
Wait, he could have killed him if he pressed W. Okay, I guess he doesn't know that. Okay, now he presses W.
He doesn't know that what?
I think he didn't realize he had W up, because the cooldown's like pretty long early game.
Yep.
So sometimes you just like lose track of it.
See, there we go. I feel like the bot T1 is in such, like, for Dire, is in such an awkward spot. It just looks like it's just flat in the middle of the goddamn lane. Like, what the hell is this doing here? It's like finding it's like finding a car parked in the middle of your living room. Like, it's such an awkward looking spot.
I mean, the thing is, like, it used to be like higher up, but it also used to be closer to the tree line. So I think like they moved it forwards, but they should move it to the side. I think.
I think this is about where it is in League, if I recall correctly. So there is that at least.
I mean, the League towers are completely different, and the League towers are not in the middle of the lane. They're the side lane towers are all beside the wall that's towards the outside of the map. So.
Axe is about to take another ride on the Batrider Express, maybe. Yep.
I think he's dead.
Yep, he is dead right in front of Medusa, too. Who, in fact, officially gets the kill, which is just another good piece of news for Medusa. Sand King tells you to bow to your liege. I don't know if he's going to be talking so much trash when he's dead in a second. Never mind.
So are bracers just like a good item now? I see like so many people building bracers. Like Sand King has 2, the Mag has 2.
I mean, that's 10 strength, 4 agi, 4 int, 6 damage, and 2 HP regen after minute 25. The answer is, not really, but better than they were. I think most people are just kind of building them in place of the old Falcon Blade, for example.
Do you even keep them until like 25? I feel like you don't have slots to keep 2 bracers in your inventory at 25.
Well, you certainly do if you're like Sand King. He's like,
oh, he's dead.
He's going to be buying high value items. I know he was revealing himself there. Oh, he wasn't Sentry Age, never mind. But this ain't good. Batrider is here. But they got stuff.
Oh my god, he's getting creep blocked? Oh.
Yeah, Batrider just not fast enough. His actual farm is really, like, for how good his lasses have been, his farm is actually pretty bad.
That's really hard to farm with. I think one of the huge big differences between like Batriders and RMMR and like high MMR Batriders is that they're so much more efficient with how they use their Firefly to farm. Like there, Yumi used Firefly and he got like half of the creep wave. And if you watch like any high MMR player play Batrider, they'll use Firefly and they'll get like 2 creep waves and then like 2 creep camps off it. So
speaking of off, Jakiro's first head just came off. Culling Blade, first of the game. Culling Blades early on are going to be super important for Axe. He's going to need all the armor he can possibly get to do anything about Medusa later. If he does not want to be in the unenviable situation of Q Medusa, die immediately.
I mean, Q itself also gives 30 bonus armor, so I don't think Medusa can kill him that fast. He needs a BKB though. The enemy team has so much magic damage. Everyone except for Medusa is like all magic damage.
Yep. There's this will be a fantastic game for a pipe, but there's not really a great carrier for it, unfortunately, because Axe does not. He has so many big ticket items. He does not really want to do that.
Can somebody tell me what guy is recommending you take right talent on Medusa at level 10?
Oh.
Every Medusa I've seen today is doing this. I'm like, this is not good.
Ogre Magi just going straight to hell. Axe TP's in, gets a good call, but again, just another ride. Another ride! What? He really RP'd? He really RP'd. Okay. Another ride on the Batrider Express. Axe just taking another trip back to the fountain. Batrider, or not Batrider, Silencer gets some more in for his trouble as well. All good stuff. I gotta say, I don't know what the funny Magnus RP cancel thing there was, but he played chicken with his own keyboard and lost. I don't think there was any intention to RP there.
Dude, there has to be some guide. Like, I just checked the Medusa trends in stats, and the other talent has a 63% win rate, there's 34% pick percent, and the taxi talent is at 65% pick percent, but it's like 8% low on win rate. It's like 52% win percent. Like, everyone's taking it for some reason.
You have a bit of an overstay down there at bot. Everybody just kind of overstays at the tower, doesn't really even commit to pushing it over. Batrider taking some of the stacks here.
Really? You're not gonna leave that for Dusa? I feel like... Oh, Sand King has 1 point in Sandstorm yet again.
Yeah, I told you, dude. He was at 1 point in this game, 114, as predicted. See, that's why I'm the caster. That's why I make the big caster bucks. At least I better make the big caster bucks in Season 3, Mr. Magician. Better not just back out on that entry fee next time, Mr. Magician.
Maybe I just back out of the tournament altogether.
Entry fee thing will also make people not just like randomly not show up or show up like half an hour late.
And it'll also give you a very good excuse to make sure rosters are finalized well in advance.
Yeah. Yeah, that was like kind of the idea behind it. And paying Anani too. That as well.
That's true. Shoutouts to London, who wants to stop me from getting any money from doing this. Shoutouts to Batrider, who's super dead. They finally got a big pick on the guy. Definitely seems to be a strength of this Injoker team. Like, they definitely seem like they're very well versed in the art of the pick-off. Kiro also just going down on the sidelines for it as well.
This game is looking very similar to the last Dusa game, where it looks like it's just Dusa has to do everything. This Batrider's like really behind. Sand King is even more behind. And Dusa's the only one having a good game on this.
And in fairness, it is a very good game for Medusa.
It is, you know. Once that Scotty comes online, it's really, really good.
And one of the big things is it's like, can this Radiant lineup finish early? I mean, I guess theoretically you could push it in with the Wraith King. I think in the first season of this, Autobahn Bismarck had a very big Wraith King game where that was pretty much a strat. RP here, good RP. Global Silence stops much follow-up, but still kind of enough. Just not enough, good global, but just not enough ability to follow up on it at this juncture, unfortunately.
So much wasted time. Oh boy. Silencer's dead again.
A lot of, Silencer dead.
That might also be
Ogre Magi gonna burn to death in the chase on Batrider. But he goes a bridge too far, gets blinked on by the Magnus, and dead.
Well, the Wraith King picked up his Devil off carry, immediately got plus the damage on it.
Yep. It's going to be, I think, a different story pushing high ground. I can tell you this much. If there's any hope for Radiant, like, they have to push high ground, like right goddamn now, basically. Like, they have to get the Roche here. get that Aegis, and just go balls to the wall with it. They don't need to win, but if they can get even one rack out of a push here, that's like, that's putting it firmly from like, you know, still relatively safe for Dire to okay, start sweating territory now. They can definitely survive the supers, but they don't want to survive the supers. They want to keep that money on the map. They don't want to lose it.
What? They just left the Aegis?
Wait.
What?
Somebody get it.
I don't think you should be giving your Aegis to Wraith King. I feel like it's a lot better.
I think
to
Wraith
use
King
something
didn't want to
like
take the Aegis, frankly.
Yeah.
I mean, if I was Wraith King, I definitely would have wanted to take 3 Aegis. Like, what do I have use? What use do I have for 3 lives?
Yeah, he's not, like, formally died a single time. I think last time he reincarnated was in lane.
Okay, well... I don't even know what Deuce is doing here. Just go farm top, bro.
Yeah. Wrong place for Deuce to be.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Batrider is splitting off to farm instead. Not the guy you want to be doing that.
I don't even think they should have people defending this. Just have the Jakira like ult the wave to slow the push down, and then have your other course pushing the other 2 lanes out.
Yep.
Yeah.
Just work on your equilibrium, rather than trying to make a full-fledged defense here.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Medusa must have heard that thing about don't defend this, because she is now elected to not defend this. That's good.
Watch Shakira put the ult down in a second.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Speed of farming at this point, it's definitely starting to get slower for Medusa. The pace is starting to drop a bit here. She's having to play just a bit more carefully, and I think her team is saying, we need you here, we're just going to lose instantly.
Did she just walk back and forth on this outpost like 3 times when I was taken by the enemy?
Oh my goodness, Shakira just put the ult down.
Yeah, she did.
How did she not get punished for that? What?
Dire's bottom tower.
Okay.
Oh, goodbye, Batrider. On one hand, they got a call from that, they got Batrider as a VIP, and that's all good. On the other hand, they just dropped a lot of time and lost a lot of equilibrium to do that.
I think they're okay with that. I think this Aegis is like farming Aegis, so you use it to close the map off. But like the Wraith King should be running across the map right now to group up with his team, and they should be trying to pressure this top tier too. Instead, he's fighting a 1v3 and about to die 3 times potentially.
I think enough of his team shows up that he's not really in much danger of dying 3 times over, but...
Well, it's only Axe showing up. Oh, this Sand King is dead. Okay, they got
well-timed global, though.
Silenced.
Very well-timed global. That definitely
Yeah.
just saved the Sand King.
Is that the Aegis gone?
No, it's not. It's just alive.
They just randomly picked off Kid Dynamite top during that, though. That's super bad.
Well, I don't know.
Sick memory.
I imagine seeing your Batrider get picked off in enemy triangle as your cue to GTFO, but
Yep, they do get the Axe and the Void Spirit during this whole mess, so...
not worth it.
Dire's bottom
Yeah,
tower
no,
is
that's
under
not
attack.
worth it. The equilibrium is really awful, too. Still got 2 minutes on the Aegis as well. It's like 1,000,000 hours, it must feel like right now. Philo Stone on Radiant. If no Philo Stone for Dire, the fix is in.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
Starting to sweat a little bit if I'm Dire here. Especially just watching just how much downtime there is for this Medusa.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's top tower has fallen.
Goodbye, Batrider again.
That again?
Goodbye, Matty Boy once again.
I don't know. I wasn't a huge fan of the Bat when I saw it in draft, but I was like, Yumi probably plays it, and it's like good in lane against the mags, so maybe it works.
Yeah, but he didn't
So
win
far-
lane against Magnus, nor has it been really panning out for him since, unfortunately.
Yeah, so I don't know. The patch does look really useless so far. Oh god.
Got Silencer Medusa's here.
This is
They got her in.
probably alive?
Nope, gets that Void Spirit. Void Spirit really, really did her dirty there.
Oh, she's dead.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe they get all of them? Aegis is out in 15. 6 seconds. Oh,
No, he deliberately just toggles out there to take the Aegis death.
So smart.
I think he's dead though.
Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
That's
Mm.
they only use Sand King buyback. That's not bad.
What?
That's a pretty good hold.
I think everybody
Yeah.
overstayed that. Everybody just definitely overstayed their welcome there. They, I think they kind of lost sight of exactly how ahead they were.
They were like, we're ahead. Let's like fight them and
Yeah.
hit them and kill them instead of taking the objective.
And that was definitely a great argument for not giving Aegis to Wraith King as well, because if you had like Mag Aegis or something, I think that's a different story. Axe Aegis, I think it's a different story, but it's not what they had, unfortunately for them.
Radiant's middle tower is
Pretty sure they should have been there in the first place.
There's also that. Started off really well for them. They definitely just overstayed. They definitely should have just been, smash ahead, get out of there.
Thank God. Diving to the high ground is always not something you really want to be doing.
Well, they did it successfully. They did successfully die Medusa high ground. They killed her, and they would have gotten away with it had it not been for that meddling lack of leaving after they did that. I think they just assumed game over when Medusa died, but it's not really that point yet.
I think they were okay if they. I think it's just like the Sand King bot back, so they couldn't really get out after the Dusa died. Because the Sand King just like TP blinked in and got like 3 of them.
Sure did.
Sand King is really poor though. It's 25 minutes and he has a blink and a soul ring.
Yeah. Not even upgraded boots.
Jakiro is actually within 300 net worth of the Sand King. Like, wow.
Global silence, but it's just not enough to save him. Does not hit Moon River, unfortunately for him. Interestingly,
It's a waste of global. Oh, he's gonna get stonks. 3 bounty runes.
no treasures.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
No Ags on the Void Spirit. Not even the attempt at it so far. It's a bit interesting.
What does he have? He's a Yules and he's going Hex?
Mm-hmm.
Magnus did in fact get the shard here.
Dire structures are fortified. Radiant structures are fortified.
Ooh, good charge there on the Jakiro, but that's not
No detection.
really the big target you want here. Axe once again taking just another lot ride on the Batrider Express. First life for Wraith King. Medusa's here. Medusa old, but
Oh, RP!
RP, but then he turned to a statue. Now the church finally comes out, but
Oh, the Dusa got a snake off. Like full mana. Another snake off.
Yeah, it's one.
Oh, it's almost a Scotty.
yep. Not a great sign in that fight there. Like that was a straight fight that started with a pretty good go and still just ended very disastrously. And Medusa's still not scary yet. Like Medusa is not scary yet, and still just got like basically just got a casual double out of that without really being in danger. Once Medusa gets this Scotty, it's gonna get very hairy for the Radiant. I think it's like I said earlier, right? At this point, it's starting to really just turn into no more mistakes for the Radiant. They just cannot afford to slip up, basically. Like the next time you casually let like Wraith King just spill, I think your ability to win this game comes into a lot of question really quickly.
Yeah, I think this late game sculling also got hit quite a bit because Swift Link no longer gives attack speed, attack damage. It gives Agi now, so it only gives attack speed. And it's less about, like, even as an agi hero, it's worse overall because it gives less than it was compared to pre-patch.
Right. Wraith King? He's
he has
gonna
no
take
ult.
a... Okay.
Yeah.
We have
Pretty
BKB
bad
here. He's
spot.
fine. He can't fight though, especially now. Good ice bath there.
Mm-hmm.
Wait.
Matty boy coming in.
Stanky just blinked in with no W or Q. He gets the ult off?
He gets the ult
Yeah.
off anyway thanks to the global. First life on Wraith King. Silencer dead. Cold. Hax follows him to the grave instantly. Ogre Magi also gonna
Oh, he's
tank it.
finished. Very sad life.
Bonk. Another good ice path. Jay Fitz really showed probably a better performance on Jakiro than we've seen out of him through both his work here and in the as stand-in in LD2L Season 12. Definitely a good performance. And again, that's just another fight where Medusa just gets a lot for very little input and is
Well,
never in any serious danger.
Just buying a damage item next. Scary, scary.
Buying a damage has the Scotty.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
And there's definitely a revelation there that, and I think very clearly, if the Wraith King BKB is not up, you cannot fight. And that BKB timer getting shorter.
Everything is also even in XP with Dusa now, so it's looking kind of hard. They're gonna need like a 4-man RP into like Wraith King just cleaving them to death with the cleave talent and Magnus and power.
He does have the cleave talent, so there's that. He's ahead of you. He's the curve on that one. And he's gonna get to eat Jakiro for breakfast. Okay, maybe not so much MVM. Here comes the response. Matty Boy has headed off a couple of these guys in the past. Has ruined an axe call, but his life will also be ruined for this.
He's so squishy.
Yeah, not only is his net worth still pretty bad, he's also the lowest level in the server, tied with Silencer at level 13.
I mean, I think Jakiro's the plus 3 at this point.
Yeah, Jakiro has higher net worth, is oh my
5 levels higher.
several levels. Oh dear. Give the poor boy a book, man. Needs to take a look, needs to check out that Reading Rainbow. Roche 2, about to go down. Free shard for
Mag, I
presumably Wraith
assume?
King.
Hello? Is Mag now? Oh, Mag already has shard. I don't know then.
Giving it to Void.
I feel like you just take it on Wraith King.
Yeah,
Even
probably.
if it's really good for the skeleton spawning.
Good for the skeleton spawning, good to lower the mana cost as well. Get rid of that.
I don't think he has too many concerns about the mana this game because they don't. I mean, I guess.
But it's just like a risk you no longer have to think about if you do that.
Yeah.
You can now just freely clear out your entire bar and be okay with life.
Yeah.
Well, the one good thing that came out of this decent 20 talent change is that you can now nuke creep waves instantly. Okay, Matty Boy just tries this. Wow, they really do damage to this Medusa. It's very disturbing, actually, how little damage they do to this Medusa.
Axe just taking another ride, dude. What? Dude,
Oh, 3-man cleave!
3-man RP. Look at that cleave go. Medusa's dead.
GG? He fucked up his arm with the toggle. I think it's okay.
Wraith King reincarnate.
Radiant's bottom tower.
They got no buybacks.
That
No
is
buybacks at all. Uh-oh.
Just
Well,
go throne.
Yeah.
They're probably not that ballsy. They're probably gonna try to go for 2 sets of rocks.
Dire's middle barracks. Dire's middle
Yeah, at this point in the game, I don't know if you make...
Dire's
thrown
middle
anyway?
barracks has fallen.
If you do, it's super
I
risky.
mean, they don't know they have no buybacks.
Yes, there's also that. Like, even if you did know, I don't know necessarily.
Nah, dude.
Holy.
Dire's
I mean, well, Dusa's dead for 40 anyways, so does that death really matter?
Yeah.
Dire's top barracks has
That
fallen.
might actually just be Megas.
Yeah, Batrider has to skip down, just trying to work on equilibrium, but he can't work on that top equilibrium too. Come back. And Silencer.
These guys just
Shot
aren't
to bits.
respecting the horn toss at all.
Yeah, they're not really positioning themselves well around it. They're not playing well for it.
Dire's bottom barracks has
And yeah, that's Megas. Very casual Megas here.
Dire's middle tower
Oh, Reaper time Medusa or what?
has fallen. Radiant now have mega creeps.
Yeah, there you go. I mentioned earlier that this was definitely the, like, they had to drop the ball on this one. Unfortunately, I do think there was some ball dropping on their part in this matchup.
Grouped up for 3-man RP. Unfortunate.
Yeah. That 3-man RP doesn't happen. I don't know if they even win this, but that 3-man RP did get to come out. And these constant charges. Magnus has been picking off people with better consistency and regularity than Batrider has, but they are going to all die for this waste.
Oh, wait, that guy's...
Magnus Aegis. Cranberry Sprite gonna kind of tank the gank for his team.
Wow.
Batrider down. He does have buy this time though.
He doesn't
Zanking
do enough
down.
damage.
He also has buyback. And another 3-man RP.
Oh, the RP into the cleave!
El Rimpago! El Rimpago! And Yumi calls the GGs and that's it.
That is all.
Dire's middle tower is radiant.
Wow.
Wow.
Well, what can we say about this? I think we can say one very simple thing. I think Kid Dynamite needs to attend the Esper Medusa Academy, to be honest with you. Before he picks it up. There's just the biggest thing here. Really the two biggest things, I think. One, the Medusa, just there was just so much downtime for Medusa where she just wasn't doing, like, she wasn't even participating in fights. There's just a lot of downtime for Medusa where she was just walking around thinking about whether to fight, whether to push, whether to farm, just like casually taking a stroll somewhere, when in reality the play was just turn brain off, right click creep, right? A lot of downtime on the farming of the Medusa, and as a result, like, she ended up like almost 10k under Wraith King for net worth, because Wraith King doesn't have to think about that. Wraith King can farm off of you, and he certainly did. He's 18, 1, and 12, right? He's not bound by that same restriction. He can go wherever he wants. If Medusa, I think, had taken more powders and just spent more time farming before she came out and tried to do things, and she did get some good pickoffs, so there is that. You do have to take that into account. She did get some good cleanup kills going on, but I don't know. Just too much dead air for Medusa. Too much dead air for the Batrider as well. I feel like, I don't know if people do it with the new meta Batrider build or anything like that, but I feel like he really sorely was missing on Blink this game. Like, there's just a lot of times that Blink would have either saved his life or ruined somebody else's.
Yeah.
You're talking about Blink, but he never got there because you kind of need BKB first. And
Right.
I also don't think it's that the new meta Batrider build is that good. Was like the Shard Rush anymore.
After the nerf,
Family.
maybe not so much, but yeah.
It's a lot more situational. You can't just like solo kill people like off last cooldown now at level minute 15.
Right. I will also say Axe always being the one on the Batrider Express probably didn't necessarily help. Some more lassos on the Magnus probably would have definitely been good.
I mean, maybe Iceman just wanted to go to bed. He unleashed a bit of his potential, you know?
Yeah, he hit the win the game button again, and just got right back on track. Also, the Sanking. The Sanking just didn't have results this game. He just... I think, funnily enough, Sanking was just kind of doomed this game, because it's like, so much gold was needed by everybody else, and Sanking just had to be the guy who just isn't able to, you know, he just has to look at the wave and say, that's not for me, I guess, you know? Basically a third support. I mean, look at that miserable net worth.
He has 79 last hits in like a 30-something minute game, right?
The if you wanna know the current exchange rates, it's like 1 Wraith King equals 3.5 Matty boys.
I don't know. I think this game just made it like pretty obvious that I think KD is usually a mid player, and like he tried to fight a lot on this Dusa, and like Medusa's not a hero that can really fight. Like you show up
Yeah.
to the fight, they're like diving behind your towers, and you can like clean up with ult. But other than that, you
And then, like I said, there were some good cleanup moments in the game, but I feel like I said, just like an unfortunate amount of dead air. Just a lot of like especially just the segment at bot where he was just like walking between the T1 and T2 for like a minute straight, basically. Like that was rough.
Mhm.
It's not the kind of thing you can do here on Medusa, I don't think, and just get away with it. She's just such a black hole of farm, right? Like she's just so greedy, needs so much money that you really just are a slave to having to do that, I think.
Yeah.
I
I
think-
think another. Oh, keep going.
I think Kid Dynamite would definitely, like, moving forward, it would definitely, I think, be better for him to try and look for more sort of early game, you know, rough housing ones. Like, you don't need to go all the way down to Bristleback or something like that, but, like, looking at more of a Slark sort of pick,
that's
I
funny
think that
because
probably...
Bristleback is like a farming one now.
God,
Yeah.
Bristleback plays off like a 3-item timing now instead of a early fighting one. You want like Hood, Bloodstone, and then like either your Sanj item or eggs, and that's when you want to fight.
So, you don't need to go full-fledged early game, but, like, something like a
CK
Slark.
Ricky is probably
Ricky,
like
yeah. Folks like that would probably be more suited to his playstyle. Anyway, that's it, baby. That's it for tonight. We're
Mhm.
done here, and thank God for it because we've been streaming Dota for like
4 hours.
Yeah.
forever.
Since yeah, for a long time. All right, so that'll wrap it up for this stream. Thanks everybody for watching and for all the players who are playing, and thank you guys, Nani and Kai, for running the panel and joining me with the panel and stuff.
Dude, Kid Dynamite is getting heated in the chat. Look at that.
I know I have to turn the chat off real quick. I have to turn the stream off so he doesn't get go
Listen, like if you don't like me saying it, that's fine. But like Kai is a Medusa player, bro. This is Kai with us here.
I don't know. I maybe like the way I play is just very greedy. Like if you go look at the games I played last season, it's a lot of my team runs around as 4 people, and I don't really care if they win the fight or lose the fight as long as I'm getting my farm. Like obviously, if they win the fight, it's better, but if they lose the fight, it's no big deal because you come out with 6 items and you don't need a team.
Also, I gotta be honest with you. I'm not really that impressed with 60 last hits over Wraith King as Medusa. I don't know. Anyway, yeah, that's it. Magician, take us home.
Yeah. All right, thank you guys for watching. All right.
That's not much of a home take.
Today.
Magician Gaming, magiciangaming.com. Sign up for the next tournament.
Oh, I should probably announce the next games.
Yeah, what are we playing? So that
Yeah,
everyone
so
knows.
as for London and Blue Jays games, no one knows. It is a mystery even to I, and I will make announcements on that once I uncover those mysteries. But the other games are, let's see. So we have the losers bracket final next week on Friday. It's Friday the 11th, I think, at 7 p.m. So Matty Boy's team will be playing in that. And then the next game that Moon's team will be playing in is the grand finals, and that is on Sunday. Saturday, the 12th. And I think that starts at 1 o'clock, but that should be consistent in the schedule posted. Yep, and I will post all the details as we figure out the London game. But yeah, that's all for Magician Tournaments for day 1, and we'll come back next week, Friday the 11th at 7 p.m.
When Blue Jay thought his next game was. See you
Yes.
then.